Yo, right now you're listening to Nothing Major, Nothing Mad, just a Nothing But Music podcast. We got myself, Benzo in the building, and with my brother H.
We're back.
I won't say it's been a good week, but we haven't even been a week since we recorded last,
It literally was like yesterday we were in here, but
that
was a good episode though.
Good
that
episode,
was definitely
man.
A hard episode.
Good to be back, man.
Definitely.
Power of lyrics.
Power of Lyrics. Check that one out if you haven't already. That's on every streaming platform. And also, if you haven't already, check out our Summer Bangers playlist, Nothing But Summer.
Nothing But Summer. That's on Spotify. On the Nothing But Playlist Spotify account.
Nothing But Playlists.
And also, check out our Apple Podcasts.
Apple Podcasts, yeah.
Podcast account.
So obviously, we got our podcast on there as well. But feel free to leave us a review. Tell us what you think. You know, give us an honest review and let everyone know what you think about it from the heart.
Yeah, no, do that. Do it up, run it up, show
Trust
love,
me,
man. Literally, man. So yeah, it's just Apple Podcast account. So yeah, we got that and we got Spotify, man. So just keep listening. Soon on YouTube as well, though.
Trust me, man. Soon on YouTube, and soon we got plenty more playlists. We got a lot coming for you lot.
Yeah, let us know what playlists you guys want next.
Yeah, man. Like, get in contact with us.
Yeah,
let us know. DM us. Like, what genres? What do you want us to cover? Like, what do you want us to talk about? Is there anything on your mind? Let us know. We'll talk about it.
Let us know, man. So, what we're gonna get into this week, though, H, man.
What are you saying?
So I've been talking with people, and it's like this topic comes up, and that's what happens about podcast topics. Really, I just like it's conversations that I have with people.
Yeah.
And I think H, you gave me a good one, which coincidentally I've been talking about people with, and I think it's about how music is taught in schools, and is it right? Is it wrong? Is it something that needs to improve, or should it stay the same? Is it encouraging people to get into the music industry as well? Like, how well is it taught? So yeah, like, how about you talk us through like your journey in music in schools, and I'll talk to you about mine, innit?
So, I wasn't raised in this country, innit? I was born in Dubai, and obviously, music isn't a big thing there in schools. Like, I was taught music in primary school when I was like a baby.
What music were you taught in Dubai?
Like, it was musical theory. Like at the very start, it was literally like do, re, mi, all that, like just your baby stuff, right? And then music just wasn't the thing. Like, it wasn't taught because obviously, like, you know, it's techie with everything going on, and you know how Dubai is, isn't it? But yeah, we didn't really have music like that until I came here. When I came here, it was an optional subject. It wasn't like it was compulsory until like year 9, year 10. But after that, like when GCSEs came around, it was an optional thing, innit? So when I did do it here, I was like, I don't know, man. I didn't do it for very long, but I didn't find it very engaging. And like, if I did have any aspirations and dreams to become a musician, that would have killed it. That would have destroyed it there and then. Because I can't lie, like, that ain't it, man. Like, I'm not trying to be. I just personally think, music being taught in schools, it hasn't adapted with the times. They're still trying to teach us about Beethoven and Mozart, which is great. I think that has a place in. We all need to know about them, but I think they could do a lot to make it more relatable to the youth and teach us about things that we listen to. Then you'd get people turning up and not mucking around in music lessons, bro.
We're not going to skip past, I hear what you're saying, we're going to get to that, but we're not going to skip past the fact that you're born in Dubai. And what age did you move to England?
I moved there when I was 13.
Okay, cool. So how much Dubai artists are there? Is there I'm not saying how much, but is there like a popping scene over there?
I mean, it's Arab music is like, so they got like singers, it's thriving now. It's definitely become a lot bigger now, and it's, you know, there's rappers from Dubai. It's become a thing now. It's good to see, but like even Fire in the Booth done a Dubai special, and they had like some young like Arab rappers on there. Like, oh man, there's this guy, I forgot his name in it, but he's kind of hard. You definitely check that out. Like, there's a Dubai special.
On the Fire in the Booth.
Yeah.
Wait, we'll talk about the Fire in the Booth later.
We definitely we'll delve into that a little bit later in it, but
yeah. No, that Dubai is interesting because obviously we only see Dubai in England. It's just the glitz and glam, innit?
Yeah. It's just, oh my God, it's amazing holiday locations, these huge malls and huge buildings and lovely holiday. No, man, it ain't like that.
What's it like?
It's very different, like, when you're actually living in Dubai, man. It's not like, see the basic freedoms that we have here. You don't really have that in Dubai, like, bro.
No, it's true. What do you like in regards to music or just in life?
In regards to everything, like, literally basic freedoms, yeah. Like, for example, public displays of affection, you'll get bagged for that. In Dubai, like, if you kiss a girl in public, that's both of you. Boom, you're out. Both of you getting bagged. So yeah, like, your individual freedom in that, I think, is a big part in Western culture, obviously.
Was there benefits of like living in Dubai? Non-musical, I know, but yeah, it's interesting. What is there any like benefits of like you'd say living in Dubai?
Any benefits of living in Dubai? It's like you get to experience. I think it different for different people, but for me, what really stood out to me was like you're living amongst like millionaires and billionaires. Like, you're literally seeing them every single day. You're seeing the work of millionaires and billionaires all around you, but you're really also seeing like just people that living in squalor that work so hard. Just literally, it just contradicts it. You know, like seeing both sides, seeing in a place like Dubai, seeing billionaires around you every day with their like leopards and tigers in their cars and that, and then you're seeing like buses full of Indian people and that with no passports being shipped off to building sites to go and build things like.
I think someone wants to come with Dubai, like someone wants to come correct in the music thing. I think they got an interesting story to tell still.
Yeah, man, I think like definitely got an interesting story to tell, and like, yeah, I look forward to a big artist from Dubai to break out. I talk about Dubai as that's the country. Everyone says Dubai, but it's the UAE. But Dubai is just obviously the big city. It's just
is there certain like instruments that you don't known for? Is there certain instruments that people like to play in Dubai? Like there's some instruments like that you think, bam, Dubai artist. That's the Dubai.
Yeah,
artist.
like it's really bad. I don't really know what they're called, but it's just certain sounds. Like it'll be like a piano that's just got different sort of tones and keep like. Do you get me? In like a guitar that's just played slightly differently. It doesn't sound like your normal acoustic guitar, like things like that. And like I definitely know with like Indian Pakistani music, like, you know, they've got very notable instruments like the sitar, for example. Like you hear that, you know that's a Indian Pakistani tune in it. Like,
I want someone to come from that background.
For real, if you're listening and you make any kind of you make Bollywood music, you make Asian music, come through, man. We'll have a conversation. I'd love that.
I'd love that. I want to know. I want to learn. It's proper interesting. So you said like because of the certain things in there, certain riffs in the piano, certain riffs in the guitar and whatnot, did that make you like have a deep appreciation for like instruments and songs in general?
Yeah,
just subconsciously.
To a certain extent, yeah. Like I mean, the fact that, for example, in like Indian Pakistani music, like the use of the sitar and all of these instruments, the way they work.
What's the sitar?
Sitar is like, it's a guitar, but it's different to a guitar. It's like it looks different. It sounds different. It's and you hold it differently as well. You don't hold it like to the side.
You hold it the one that you put over your shoulder.
Like one of you kind of, do you get me? But it's I think it's very like instrumental based and like it's very intricate, and I think that might have peered into my subconscious. That's why I like intricate and beats that are rich with instruments.
Yeah, rich with instruments. That's the key phrase there. That's interesting still. Do you see any of that in the UK? Do you see guys using similar instruments from that region in the UK?
I mean, there's, like, for example, this rapper, Benzo Harami, he's Pakistani, I think, and he does it so well. I don't see anyone else using, like, Indian samples or, like, samples of, like a an old Indian singer, like putting that in the track, and it's hard. Like it's hard. It's hard. Yeah. So
went high. Come on. It's went high still, but yeah, that was a little insight. That was interesting. We're gonna talk about that's our journeys through music in the education system, and was it right? Was it wrong? I'll start off. Yeah. So when I so I'll take it back to primary school. I played a couple of instruments, tried, gave up, whatever. Sometimes I wish I stuck with it.
What instruments you play?
I started like the cello.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what happened. I think I broke the cello.
How'd you do that?
Like, I was on the bunk bed and I tried
just ripping it.
I was laying outside of its case underneath my bunk bed. And like, you know when you're younger, you got bunk bed shit like I climbing through. I jumped on the cello in it, just broke. And then I had like I used to play piano, and I was alright at that, but I don't know, I just wasn't really engaged with it. But that's links to what we're talking about, because obviously in the music in school, we got taught the instruments and whatever, and we got to sing our, we got the whole world in his hands in assembly with them cringy little songs there. And I got to secondary school now, and it was and the thing is, I come from like I would say musical background, but both my parents, like, they love music, innit?
Yeah.
And both my parents got lengthy catalogues of music. So truly and really, like, I was always meant to love music, but it was just that I never really got that extended treatment in school. Yeah. Because I didn't get that vibe from school, because it was more, like you said, Beethoven, like Mozart, and it's just things I don't relate to.
Yeah, man.
Things I don't really care about, to be honest. I'm 12, I don't care about no like compositions. That I'm not like one of them whiz kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that some kids do care about it, but the majority don't, innit? They still got some old soul. But it's like, I didn't connect with it. And it was like, music became like a chore lesson, like a chore of a lesson.
Yeah.
So, ironically, my first time a teacher ever called my mum was from secondary school, was a music teacher, saying I hadn't done my homework. And look at me, I'm on a music podcast. You know how mad it is, like, and I'm studying music.
You can see her today.
Yeah, if you see her today, like, she was the first person that called my mum, innit? It just shows you that I wasn't engaged. Like, you're thinking that, raw, me, like, music, you feel like people who think I done my music homework on time every time, but no, like.
Sure, and she's thinking that's a you problem, but really and truly, that's the system's problem. Like, would you agree that it hasn't adapted with the times? Like,
no.
Why are kids today learning about Beethoven and not Zaytoven? Like, come on, fam.
That's hard.
Fam, like, that's a bar in it, but Zaytoven,
Who's Zaytoven for the ones that don't know?
Zaytoven is one of the, well, this is very subjective, but I think it's pretty objective. He's one of the coldest producers out of Atlanta, and he's obviously worked with Migos, Future, millions of artists, and he's known for his like use of the piano and his just very intricate instrumentals that, you know, he really takes the time to, like, he'll play the piano, and, you know, that comes from his church roots. And I'm saying less Beethoven, more Zaytoven, and we might find that, you know, the school system actually births some cold producers.
Yeah, because I was saying to someone, I was like, a lot of time the kids learn music is like, especially kids of ethnic minorities and that, they learn music like outside of school, like outside, like sort of from like an uncontrolled like environment, like sometimes from the streets, sometimes from their parents, but sometimes
it'll be the older brother, older sister.
Yeah, but like, why if someone in school, if I was in school and I was getting trained to like on hip hop, on hip hop history and things like that, I feel like the way your mind is towards music will be a bit more like just like informed, like properly informed. Maybe things about contracts. That's how so much people don't know about contracts, because they're never educated on contracts and things like that. If you only know it from the outside, it's great to know it from the outside because it's organic. But if you need to, I think you need the balance of the educational side of it as well. Yeah. And I think if guys were to learn that from young, I feel like it would be like, okay, you would see the business side of it. You would see, okay, why don't I don't want to be a rapper, but I want to be like, I don't know. Yeah, you learn that, like, agent or a manager.
There's so many more roles within the music industry than just producer, rapper. Like,
I didn't know. Yeah,
exactly.
I left school at 16, not knowing what a podcast was. Podcast is something I used to see on my phone and on my iPhone app, and I was like,
and think what, like,
I didn't know what it really was. Really, I was just like, whatever. But look at me, we're on a podcast now.
Yeah, fam.
So it's like, it's mad. We didn't get shown different roles in music. I didn't know what the role of a tour manager does. I don't know what the role of a sound engineer
If someone came to you and said the words artist rider, for example, you would have no idea what that means. But now, like, that's what I mean. It's one of the reasons I'm grateful for our course in it, like the things that it teaches, especially because no one else is learning about, for example, like hip hop and Islam, like the link that they have and the relationship that they have, or like just, for example, you know, hip hop has like a civil rights movement and people that have used it as that, like. But we're hearing about at school is Beethoven and
I think it's a class. There's a class divide as well in the music, in how it's taught in schools.
What do you mean?
Because if you're teaching kids that are not from like are from like low economic backgrounds, like about things like Beethoven's, it's not gonna connect with them, innit?
Well, yeah, they don't look up to those.
Yeah, because
Beethoven.
they don't look up to, not because they can never learn about that they don't have the knowledge, they don't have the capacity. I'm just saying that they don't relate to them.
Well, yeah,
it's too far. It's on another planet, like
literally.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's they need to make it engaging. I think if they do that by following the trends of the youth, just outside of school and what they listen to, they'll get a better idea of what they want to do in the music industry.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know. Year 11, I didn't know I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew I loved music, but I didn't know. So I just didn't chase it until recently, innit?
Yeah, because we didn't even know that this could be a thing. Like you didn't even know this was a degree until like this course was a course.
I didn't know.
Fam,
so currently we're studying music management at uni. We didn't really know. Yeah, I didn't know what A&R was till late.
Yeah.
Didn't know about bare things till early.
Yeah.
Till recent, sorry. Yeah. So it was just it's mad like how that over the past 2-3 years I've just proper self-taught myself a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like if I was in school, school was taught properly, it would have been different. Like no one wants to be listening to people sing, I don't know, like Beatles classics all the time. Like we don't, you know what I'm saying?
I hear it. Like there's definitely a space for that. There definitely is a space for that. But I think like, nah, man, like you have to go with the times. You have to. Otherwise, people are just gonna tap out. They're not gonna be interested at all. Like,
yeah, people are not gonna be interested. Like if you came into school saying and someone said to me like, or relate back to the artist at the time, oh, have you heard Nines' new mixtape for? I heard Rick Ross's new album, like back in them, because those artists that were ringing off them times, yeah. I'll be like, right, okay. And I'll properly dive into that. I'm like, okay, your ears to what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, have you hear about, what do you think of Drake's new album? What was good, what was bad, what went well, EBI, like mix it like that.
Yeah.
Like, otherwise, kids are just gonna be disengaged, man.
That's what I mean. And you know what I would love one day, before I die, please, I want to see this happen, is in English lessons, in music lessons, can we start analysing rap music like we analyse poetry, like we analyse an Inspector Calls, for example, or Mice and Men?
Yeah.
Why don't we start analysing great pieces of like just
lyricism? You can definitely do because there's people make jokes of like you could do a English essay on Rich 32's Find the Booth. Why don't you?
Exactly? It's poetry, but
Kendrick's the theory you could draw from Kendrick Lamar's like albums.
Yeah,
you could.
I mean, to Pimp a Butterfly, that's a dissertation, like right there. The whole
for real,
honestly,
like, deep. But we don't, and this is why rappers will always have this stigma around them because they're not introducing them in these certain spaces. Because they're always gonna have this stigma like, oh, some street people, but some of them are not. Some of them are genuinely that. Some of them are bigger than that.
Well, exactly. It's like, okay, you're only seeing the guns and you're only seeing that one aspect of it. You're not looking at this person made it out of an environment where people get killed, people get sent to prison, people never make it. They don't have any dreams. Like, all their dreams are just confined to this one area, one postcode. Like, this person's made it, gone clear. Like, people know his name for generations, and people aren't admiring that. Like, at school, it's like,
it's true. And there's a lot of kids that are passionate about music. I feel like the best way to tackle it is not make music like a thing on the side. So not one of them side subjects. Make like proper, like invest in the music department, like proper make it so you have like different genre teachers, like proper make it like invest. Don't just make it. We're just gonna go to the music class and play around in Apple Maps and GarageBand for a minute.
Yeah, like,
and it's like everyone be like, yeah, and then they might argue, oh, rap music's a bit too vulgar, but you'll still say the M word when you're reading out Mice and Men. So
I lie.
So it's like
they'll cough before it's like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
so it's like you can't. Don't give me that now. You know what I'm saying? Don't give me that because you're analysing all these plays. Like, for example, Shakespeare. This is what's linking to the lyricism thing. Shakespeare, yeah, great playwright, whatever. But let's be real. We don't care. I'll be the first to say I don't care about Shakespeare. Like, I'll say it. I feel weird to even say it. I feel like I shouldn't even say it. That's how mad.
I feel like your teacher's about to bust in and say,
what? Have a gun to my face. I don't like Shakespeare. I don't care. I don't like Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Where art thou? Where I don't care. Yeah. Man, nigga, no. Might be nice to take a girl
Like,
to the
he's
theatre
definitely
one
made.
day, but,
He's definitely, yeah, like, you get me. It's fun for the theatre, but like that's what I mean. Them things have their places in their own right, but like let's diversify now. We're all growing. Everything's changing. Everything's evolving. The only thing that hasn't evolved is the education system. It's been the exact same crap ever since.
Yeah, like. And what can you use it in real life with? Like, you can't even, like, you know what I'm saying? Shakespeare.
That's what I mean.
Go to my boss at work saying about where art though. He'll be like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? You're feeling
That's what I mean.
different.
But if you sit down and analyze a lot of these lyrics, there's, like we were saying last episode, there's themes of like social injustice, like social inequity, like they're talking about real world problems. They're talking about like mental health issues. They're talking about relationship problems, like so many different themes. But you want to talk about Richard III and Macbeth and come on, man, like.
Don't get me wrong, sometimes that when I'm at uni studying music management and whatnot, and then sometimes even at uni I might feel a bit out of place because like they might mention these bands I don't know about, and it's good. The only thing is there's still certain things in uni that in our course that you can learn that are transferable to every genre, so like contracts and management, whatever.
Yeah.
But when they start mentioning examples, because the Lightning Bolts released a song the other day. Like, I'm like, what? I'm so lost.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so lost.
But I think they got to cater to the majority of like what the course members consist of, and the actual people. Like, see, most people in our course, they don't listen to rap. They don't listen to. It's just they only listen to 1982 or whatever that band's called, 1985 or whatever.
But I hear you. But it's like, if you look at from an industry perspective, like what's dominating the UK industry right now? Rap music.
Exactly. What's dominating the world? Like,
forgive the world. The most streamed artist in the world, correct me if I'm wrong, is Drake.
Yeah. Followed by I think the Baby.
Is the Baby? Boy.
He's got like 41 million something crazy amount. Like, that's what I mean. Like, rap is all over the charts. It's everywhere. You can't escape it. But we're not hearing about it in the education system. We're not hearing about it at uni.
And the thing is, don't get me wrong, I'm here for learning about rock and them things, yeah. But it's just like, when I've been force-fed this music for all my life, some people can just reject it later on in life, and I don't have to learn it. Me, I'm a music lover, so I'm kind of interested in that anyway, but for most people, it's like, well, you lot told me that Oasis was good all these years, I don't want to learn about them right now, do I?
Yeah.
I've been taking Oasis recently. We are Wonderworld.
Banger.
That was hard still. That was hard. Late night, you know what I'm saying? Grasshopper settings in the background, you know what I'm saying?
God.
So it's like, it's different, but it's mad though, because my musical journey was weird because like I got to uni, wasn't even studying music management at the start. Studying like, I think it was like marketing. And it was like, I only really realised that I should focus on this music thing is because I had a group of friends at uni. I said I had them, still got them, and it's like we were in the common room every day, 9 hours, 10-hour shifts, boys, girls. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is in first year. And it was like, I realised the conversations that I was speaking up on the most, the conversations where I came alive was music.
Music, yeah.
Because I got to analyse myself amongst people like day in, day out. Obviously, you know people before uni, but it's like that day in, day out experience. You don't really get that anywhere else, really. That talking about, unless you're on Love Island or something.
Yeah,
Big Brother and them shows there. I'm talking about like 9 hours, 10 hours, same 15 people.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And I was like, raw, like, I realised the role I was playing in that group was, the music, man.
Yeah.
So I said, why didn't I just... And there was one of my bridges at uni, like, he's proper heavy on the football thing, and it was the same thing for him, but he was doing a sports degree. And I was like, hold on a sec. Why am I in uni studying something I'm not passionate about?
Yeah.
Let me just chase this thing real quick. You mad? So I remember the night I had like an epiphany in my room or something mad, something about a movie. I was like, I started Googling roles like in music labels and that. And at the time it was to be like an A&R. I don't think I'll be an A&R now. Actually, no, you never know. I won't rule it out. If the opportunity is there, of course I'm taking it.
Yeah, man.
But it was like, to be like an A&R. And I was like, yeah, this is me. Mad, that feeling was nuts, you know?
Finding something you connect with, you're like, oh my days.
Feeling was nuts. I remember that for the rest of my life. And then since that day, I've just been chasing it. So then obviously the blog page formed and I'm nothing but music. And it's like, I've got my platform now. It's like, right, it just shows you when you're passionate about something. If you look back, like, damn, like, was a young doll. Think about where you at. now think about your past. Like, you know what I'm
real,
saying?
man.
Like, I was like, raw. Like, look back, I was like, damn, I actually done a lot. Since that moment, I've done a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I've done a
man.
lot. So I was like, yeah, man, that's me still. What about you?
What?
Like, when did you have
What was my moment?
that final switch in your brain? Like, yeah, I'm gonna chase this music thing.
Well, it was back at school. I just always loved music, obviously, and I was watching No Jumper interviews all the time. Like,
Yeah.
guys that know it, they know, and I was banging out No Jumper, and I've always had this thing. I was like, I'd love to have a platform where I can help the young bucks that don't get put onto these massive platforms, that don't get radio play, that don't get the exposure that they need, but they're still mad talented. I want to be that guy like No Jumper who has helped them out and, you know, has exploded so many people's careers like into what it is today. And, you know, I was always like, I really admire that. And yeah, it turned from there, and literally I remember writing down, I was telling you outside, and I remember writing down podcast on the wall, and I was doing my like GCSEs, A-levels and that, thinking, all right, like, this is what I'm working towards, and I need to pattern these little exams, this little hurdle, to allow me to chase my dream, right? This podcast thing. And
Manifestation.
for real, like, on God, man. Like, it happened. And it happened still. And like, yeah, like I didn't really know about music management. I didn't know what I wanted to do. Like, I was thinking, okay, presenting, like, because I wanted to talk like this, but also, you get me? I was like, okay, radio presenting and that. There's not too many opportunities. Like, that's a very difficult field to get into, and you got to really be a certain kettle of fish to do that. But I was like, all right, I applied to do music journalism here. I was like, music journalism, like, wow, that was my epiphany. I saw that, I said, music journalist, like, wow, I didn't know this was a thing. It was either normal journalist or sports journalist, like, music, wow. So applied, obviously this uni violated, they didn't have no spots. They said, all right, put you in journalism, normal journalism. I hated that. I hated it still. Can't lie, it just wasn't for me. And I was thinking, like, I'm not trying to spend 3 years doing something I'm not, like you said, passionate about, and I'm not fully invested in. And yeah, it just happened. I found out about music management, changed, and we there.
Yeah, no, that because my dream is music journalism as well.
Yeah, bro.
Like, just to analyze it. I don't call myself no blogger or nothing like that. I just say journalist, innit? So yeah, my thing is it's that as well. Like, just to analyze and shed light on talent, innit? That's my thing, and
trust me, man.
Hopefully it will get bigger and bigger. And it's mad still. It's mad how, like, we really had to find that journey by ourselves.
Yeah.
It means that it's proper, like, we will latch onto it.
Because this is from the heart. Like, you yourself, you done that. No one else spoon fed you this dream.
No one, you know what I'm saying? No one.
We can say gladly, and proudly, with chest, both of us can say the education system did nothing to help this dream.
It didn't help this dream at all. Like,
for real. Because
everyone in school was like, right, you're the music man, innit? You know music, innit? I was like, yeah, but I didn't know how to chase it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew about the music. I knew about the music, but I was very late on things in the industry. Like, I was very late. Like, I didn't know what academics was.
Yeah.
But when I was in school, didn't know. Like, I was proper just focused on what was going around me. Like, it's mad to think that, like, it's mad. Like, I was looking back, I was thinking, I was short-sighted. I was like, I just knew I was focused on that. And then there was the couple UK platforms doing it, but they weren't. There was a thing called Hardest Bars on Link Up.
Yeah.
They used to analyze bars every week. I liked that. I was like, okay. And then Half Class Podcast came along, and I was like, oh, I like that. Like, podcast that I'm on. And it's like I'm into and that. And I was like, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, big up Half Class, man.
Yeah, probably the best, fam. But after us.
Yeah, for real. I was going to say that.
But yeah, like, yeah, bro, man, it's just like, raw, like, it's mad, fam. Like, it's mad, like, how we had to go through that epiphany that's fully, because if I didn't have that experience while I was in uni, every day with same people. When you're around people every day, you know yourself, you know. Like, you start to know yourself even more, like, raw, like, what you don't like more, what you do like less, like, you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Like, you just proper, like, know what
it's a very different world. You're here, like, as a man, you're living in your own yard, like, you have complete control over your life, innit?
Yeah, because otherwise, I don't know. Because when you're in London, it's like the way the world spins in London so fast and that you don't even know. You just, I don't know, you sleepwalking in the job to your 30 sometimes if you ain't focused. If you ain't focused.
For real.
So it's like, it's mad now. Now, you got a purpose in that. And it's like when you got a purpose, no one's a Nipsey Hussle, find your purpose so you're wasting air. Facts, man. Like, as I would find your purpose so you're wasting air. Like,
yeah.
I don't want to be out here with no purpose, like, for no purpose, man. You know what I'm saying? What's that?
What's the point?
Sleepwalking through life and that. God forbid, innit? I don't want to be doing that. And yeah, like, so I think for the future, I do want to have an influence on just how schools taught, how music is taught in schools, innit?
Can't lie, man. Like, if the House of Commons is listening, if they can get them in there and us to just let them know, like, from the heart, look, we need to change the education system, innit? We need change. We need change now. Because it's not working.
Yeah, because this is just music. We can talk about English maths all day long, and that's different. This is just music.
Talk about lunch, fam. Like, everything's wrong. Like, you get me, the school system, there's so much.
What's wrong with lunch?
School lunches.
What about it?
Dead, bro.
I see it as food. I ain't coming off no cuisine, fam.
Who's the guy that broke it up for everyone? Jamie Oliver. Yeah, man. Give me my drinks back. Give me my drinks back, man. Like, he violated school lunches. I can't lie, man.
I don't know, you know. I never used to like eating in the canteen. Like, I don't know, man. I just like I grab my food and be outside in the playground. I was out here, fam. I don't know. Like,
we had a dining hall. Like, we had a lunch hall, and it was just, I imagine just 200 kids just eating on benches, like, at school, and it is.
I do miss them days, like the organic. Back in those days, like when I say back in those days, I'm even like I'm old. Like when discovering music back then. I don't know, man. It's feeling. I remember when I first heard of Young Thug. I was walking into school. My friend was like, "There's some guy called Young Thug." And I was like, the most generic name possible. I was
yeah.
I was like, nah, I heard him, but I wasn't interested. And he played, I'm a stoner. Yeah. I was like, what's this? You know what I'm saying? And he played it. And I was just like, raw, it's Young Thug, yeah? And then I didn't say that. I was like, this is different. Yeah. But I like it. But it's different. When I heard Hooker, and I was like, okay, mad. You know what I'm saying? This is like 013.
Yeah.
And now look at Young Thug now.
Yeah,
it's mad. That's what I'm saying.
So
like, it's
much
mad.
Like,
when I watch Young Thug, I'm watching them like, right, I actually saw your journey. It's mad.
Yeah.
Like, it's mad. When I heard like lifestyle, that's not that.
Yeah, like if you compare the Czech Young Thug to how he is now, like,
bro, guys are mega. He's a super. He's a legend.
Man. And he's got so many artists under him, man. Like, he's got some real solid artists. Like, he's got under him was obviously him and Gunna. Like, do you get me?
Imagine your teachers putting you into music and that. Imagine that. It's mad, you know.
That'd be a great
teachers
world.
knowing more about music than you do. It's mad, you know. Like, knowing more about rap music than you. Like, oh yeah, have you heard this new? Oh, he's a rapper. You should look here instead.
Yeah.
Oh, if I heard that in school, that'd be a
Trust
mad
me,
thing.
be like, oh yeah, you need to check this guy. He's next up. Like, this guy's next
like,
up.
do your homework. What was his last 5 videos and that?
Yeah,
bro.
But like, all right, everyone bring back a lyric of his that stood out to you, and let's analyze it. Oh my, I'm there. Like, I promise you, I will give school 100%. I'm never missing that lesson. That's the one lesson I'm going to sit right at the front.
Yeah.
I'm saying sir every time.
You don't know what they're doing there. You're unlocking someone's passion.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people that I know didn't really find out their passion from school.
No.
That's mad, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't find out my passion through school. Neither did you.
Neither did I. It was like, exactly. But it's mad. Like, I could so much experiences I know. Like, I remember like the summer Migos dropped Versace. I didn't know Migos before Versace. No, and then I remember everyone come back into school in that summer like Versace. I was like, like everyone was getting lit and that. Like, that's why certain songs come up. I still get gassed. It's like this is the stuff I was banging in school with the man them. Like, it's mad. Me. Like, even the drill bangers and that. Yeah, bro. I remember exactly. So it's like so much discussions that we had over like even the train to school when section boys were out. Like, I remember rapping it around school and that, and it's like teachers are so away from that moment because they didn't know what they're talking about.
They have no clue. Like,
like, it's mad. Stop rapping.
Stop that now. What did you say?
Yeah, all that stuff, man. Like, so I feel like there was that's a way to connect with students.
Yeah, man. Like, if they really just tapped in, they realised, bro, these kids are reciting poetry to each other. At the end of the day, that's what it is. These kids are reciting poetry to one another. Like, a teacher should think, Oh my God, that is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Like kids rapping poetry to each other, talking about how gassed this guy's bar is, and like we could do something there. We could really like get these kids to
because I
start
don't think
liking.
kids are gonna get influenced by it. That's the debate that they keep having, but I don't think kids are gonna be. I'm going to stab someone now because I heard this. No, I don't think it's like that.
Well, no, because if we break down and show them, they're not trying to just tell them this is someone's truth. Like this, you're looking through like a peephole into someone's life. Like
just look at it for the art, literally.
Yeah, exactly.
The punchlines, the wordplay. Because we learn about all these punchlines and poetry and that. But imagine finding that out. You know, like, oh yeah, that's what Miss. You hear Kretz and Conan's friend, but that's what so-and-so taught me. If you heard KO's, dated up, you don't know. That's what so-and-so taught me. Like, you'd recognize it quicker.
Yeah.
And you become probably just more informed naturally. But you still have the outside influence as well. Mad thing, fam. You never know, man. You never know. But yeah, man, that was that, man. That was that, man. If you want to hear more, if you want to come up and chat about it, then holler us, innit?
Trust me. But,
Fire in the booth.
yeah, man, you saying earlier.
Yeah,
Wagwan with Fire in the Booth.
I know some clip of some girl. Do you watch the Rap Game?
Yeah.
You know that Bryn girl?
Yeah, Bryn BP.
Yeah, there's the Rap Game, basically a show that Krept and Conan rappers, that it's a talent show. It's actually pretty good. It's like a rap show where rappers basically compete for their record deal. And there's a girl on there called Bryn. She's like a rapper / singer. And
she's from Croydon, big up.
She's from Croydon. You know, I thought so, you know. She's like a Croydon.
I can't lie, her voice is annoying, but that's besides the point.
She can sing though.
She can sing, but it's her talking
on the
voice.
Fire in the Booth, innit? And people were cussing it. They're like, oh yeah. Someone was like, you had to earn it back in the day. Now look.
Yeah.
And I think, I do think Fire in the Booth has come a bit commercial.
They've got people like Unknown P on there, you know?
Yeah, it wasn't like that before.
No, man. It was a prestigious moment where you're there repping like whatever, like you're putting on for your city, your town, and you're like, oh my, like I'm on this prestigious platform. Let me shell it.
Earn it.
And we were speaking about this before. What was it? Episode 3, I think. Our top 3 Fire in the Booths.
3 or 4.
Something like that. Yeah, I think. Yeah. If you haven't checked that out, check it out already.
No, episode 10.
Trust me, man. We've come a long way.
Double digits in them things.
But yeah, Fire in the Booth, I think it's not as organic as it used to be.
Because it's now, as soon as you moved to Apple Music as well, it kind of changed.
Yeah.
That was just a bit like, I don't know, it was just a money move, you got to get the bag or whatever. But it was just like, he lost that organic.
Yeah, that always happens, you know, whenever we see these like, I won't say always, but in a lot of cases when, you know, a platform starts out organically and then gets sold on to a bigger player, it's like, okay, it's not gonna, that organic feels is gone very quickly because, like, for example, even like, do you watch Joe Rogan's podcast?
Every now and then.
Yeah, so he obviously had that massive deal with Spotify. And since then, his content, like a lot of people said his content has changed, his angles, it's not the same.
Yeah, it's not. I haven't heard about Joe Rogan's thing. I don't know, but I saw the Fire in the Booth one. It was just like, I don't think he knows like the direction of it. Like, what art is going on there for now? Is it just for a promo run?
Yeah. So if you got an album dropping next week, come on here. You get this many views. Come chat about your album. Be like.
However, the scene has changed. Like, I won't diss it too much because when Fire in the Booth was ringing off, like, you had to be good to blow in the UK. Forget Fire in the Booth, you had to be good to blow. Like, back in those days, innit? Like, back in that, throwback 5-6 years ago and before that. Like, the ones that made it were good. So they were making commercial bangers, but you hear their freestyles, like, them were cold. So, I think that there was just, so my point is, there was like a scene of spitters back then. If you look at the scene right now, who's really spitting now? Like, who's just flowing nice on the drill beat? Like, who's actually spitting? Like, because the last good Fire in the Booth I heard was PS, but PS is lyrically cold.
Yeah.
So he's got bars. So for the Fire in the Booth, I wasn't worried about him. I knew he was gonna shill it. But for some people, like, who just flow like nice on the drill beat and that.
You see Arms Corleone's one?
I didn't even click on that, bro.
No, I just saw the snippet of it.
What was it saying?
Sounds hard still. Like,
apparently he's decent still.
Yeah, sounds hard. Like, he's doing his thing, innit? That's why like it's a mixed thing, innit? Because it's like, okay, on the one hand, it's sick to have people like Arms Corleone on and showcase their talent, but
the reason I didn't click on it is because I thought like he'll be on some joke thing, like, because obviously you got the fight coming up. I thought
Yeah,
it was some
yeah, yeah.
clout move, innit? So I
Yeah.
just didn't click on it.
But I mean, I think that's why he came on there. I don't think he came on there because he really had some bars he wanted to get off his chest. It's because let's big up the fight. Like, we're all gonna eat from it.
Yeah, that's probably why I didn't. Yeah, I just didn't take to
Like,
it.
I think that's what Fire in the Booth has become. It's become that like promo run thing.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a bit. It's
lost that organic.
It's lost
feel.
the organic feel. Like, yeah, you come on there, like, I'm shelling it down. Like, that's big. I don't think the scene hasn't got a lot of spitters left. That's what I'm saying. Apart from like some of the drill use, there's not really the spitters now. There's a couple grand man still doing their thing.
In
like,
terms of what, like spit.
like I talk about that they're gonna come on there and they're gonna spit, like, not just flow. Like, they're gonna say bars. Like, they're gonna say.
So Gets is one, like.
No, but he's from. I'm talking about the new guys. Like,
oh yeah.
there's not many like spitters.
Yeah,
it's not.
I don't know what that was. Still.
Yeah, but like, there's not many spitters left.
Yeah.
So that's probably why the quality people might think has gone down.
Yeah.
Because right now, back in the day, you couldn't people are going into concerts performing their Mad About Bars. You can't perform a Fire in the Booth. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you see, that Mad About Bars plugged in, they're basically songs.
Yeah.
They're freestyle, but they're basically songs. But Fire in the Booth, you can't perform people's Fire in the Booth. It's rapping.
Yeah.
It's a rap.
I get you.
Yeah.
Bro, this is mad sounds from outside.
What?
I reckon Wretch, if Wretch wanted to slap on that XX beat, he could shell it. He could spit. He could.
What, the beat where you would have Avelino?
Yeah, the Fire in the Booth.
You want to hear that in a concert?
If I heard that at a thing, like right at the end or something, that's going off. Like, I don't even care. Like.
I can't lie. If that's got to have a live band and about 100 man in the audience.
See, if he done like a collab with XX, like the XX, if they just brought him out to, that would go off. That would go off.
Yeah, it's got to be some proper. It's got to be done properly. Can't be like mosh pit gang and rapping about
yeah, because that's not a mosh pit tune. Like,
but I don't know anyone. Who else is that? I don't see. I don't hear about Nines performing his Fire in the Booth. When again, Nines barely gets. I don't hear about. I don't know. Who's had a legendary Fire in the Booth? I don't hear about Dave performing his Fire in the Booth.
Yeah.
I don't hear about K Coke and them, man. I don't really hear about them performing the Fire in the Booth.
Yeah.
But I hear M Hunter performing the Mad About Bars.
Yeah, because that's like you said, that's a song. Like, it feels different. It feels different still. Like,
yeah.
No one's do feel like songs. Like,
Bag and Digger D's Mad About Bars.
Yeah.
Blast that tune. That.
See, his Daily Duppy, you could play that.
Yeah, you can play that. You can play that. Yeah, there's things about the audio quality and whatnot, but still, like, people play it, innit? The plugged ins and that A92 thing, it charted. It got like top 20 if I'm mistaken.
Yeah.
It
But I reckon
charted.
you could thank TikTok for that.
Yeah, but it charted. Like,
Charted
people are
still.
banning it.
Yeah.
It's the people seen it as a song.
Yeah, imagine a freestyle charted like a freestyle. If you guys listening can't see my fingers in it, but
like, yeah, it charted. So I was like, okay, like, people are actually banging this, innit?
yeah.
But like, I don't. Apart from that, because it's gonna go how the Americans do it. Because they'll see Americans. There's no freestyle. There's that Funk Master Flex stuff.
Yeah.
Now, you get a couple of them man in there, but only a few out of the whole American scene. Only a few go on it. It shows there's not many spitters left in America, but they got that respected platform that doesn't change. Hot Night, that Funk Master Flex thing, that doesn't change. Man, know what they're going on there for.
Yeah, they're coming on there
for bars.
Yeah.
If you want bars, go to Funk Master Flex. They don't care, like I'm saying, they don't. It's not about just who's got clout. It's that who's on the spot of a spitter. So I see Polo G on there. Polo G on there was spitting. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I mean. It ain't just a promo run. It ain't just okay, let me big up my name now and then I got something dropping at the.
Kinda is though.
Yeah,
it is, but
you're gonna hear bars.
You still put
like,
effort in. Like,
yeah, like,
J. Cole done it for the LA Leakers thing.
Yeah.
Done it hard. Like, showed it down bars. No, this like no. Yeah, I'm saying it was no vibey thing. That was bars, and I think Charlie is kind of like lost that a bit when I'm seeing people like Sleepball and jet skis doing Fire in the Booth.
Yeah.
Whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't really what I knew it was. knew it for. You get me? So, nah.
Yeah, man. I've come a long way from like 360p camera quality and like fat Charlie with no trim, no veneers, nothing.
Yeah.
It's come a long way still.
No, in that sense, it's good. but I feel like he can still elevate without losing the core purpose of it.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's kind of losing that. I won't say it's lost it, but it's losing that.
What's happening with Behind Bars? Is anyone dropping the Behind Bars?
That was good. I used to like Behind Bars.
Yeah, like until they got Drake on.
That Behind Bars was too dead, fam. I remember when I dropped some. It's an O's.
Yeah, R's and V's and O's. See Wiley mocking it. That made me laugh, bro.
Because, like, you know, it came out the day, everyone forgets it came out the day England beat Sweden in the World Cup, and everyone was getting gas and they dropped it that day. So everyone was like, raw Drake Behind Bars. Like, it was mad though, like, but it was just like, as the Americans were killing me. They were like, when they heard that Behind Bars come out, they were like, what is a link up TV?
Yeah, link up TV Behind Bars.
Yeah, I was with that. I was like, nah, the Drake thing was dead, fam. That was dead. He done a fire in the booth as well, you know. He was spitting, he was rapping though. He was rapping on that one. He was rapping. People forget.
Yeah.
But at the end, we can lead those 2 freestyles.
Yeah, that can get pushed to the side still. Can't lie.
But yeah, what you say? What new music you feeling right now? Or any music you feeling right now?
Any music I'm feeling. My boy showed me Peggy Goo. You know Peggy Goo. She's like I think she's Korean. Like
Korean, yeah.
Yeah, she's Korean still. She's hard. Like she's not a rapper. I think she's a DJ. I'm not sure, you know, but I've been listening to a couple of her songs and I'm feeling it. Like I Go by Peggy Goo. Peggy and Gou. And the song's called I Go. That's a banger still. And there's this song called Bird Box by Trey Bien Thurs. I think that's how you say his name in it. Bien Thurs.
Where's he from? Is he English?
Bird Box. He's American still. I found this tune on $1 Million Worth of Game in it, and yeah, it's hard, man. Check that out. I reckon you'd like that still. Like it's defo is hard. But yeah, what are you saying?
What music am I listening to?
Yeah, put me on.
Fredo Bangs, good job to album. Hard still.
I haven't checked that out yet.
Couple songs and they got that old school sound that.
But yeah, you put me onto Fredo Bang as well. Like he's hard, man.
He uses like
different
instruments, like because obviously he's from New Orleans and they have some like a lot of they use a lot of instruments, like brass instruments there as well. Like they use like because they have like a lot of their funerals are like celebrations.
Yeah,
it's very like, but they get it because they get that culture because the slaves in New Orleans originally they had the French owners and they were more lenient on them, so it means they could still keep a lot of their African culture. So to this day, like they're still celebrating food, which is a very African thing to like celebrate. Yeah. Obviously, death and not, yeah.
As in like, for example, like like an African funeral is very different to, for example, like a funeral that I've been to. Because it's like, you know, on the one hand we're mourning and it's like it's a sad thing, but like African funerals, I feel like are a celebration of their life.
Yeah, so he's got a lot of jazz in his music. Yeah. Like, but it's still like that greasy street stuff, but it's a lot of jazz, but it's good still. And what else am I listening to? I heard Fredo's new album. We'll talk about that another episode though.
Yeah. That's something that I need to sink my teeth into as well.
We've got Fredo's new album. I mean,
that track with Pot Paper, I was feeling it.
You like it?
I was feeling it. I've listened to it first, just once in it, but I was feeling it. But the song with him and M Huncho, I know. Wine your cup of tea.
Yeah, your guy was even mad on that one.
that wasn't a lot of people's cups of tea, and I'm asking like all my boys that love Potter. And
thing is, if you heard Potter for the first time, you wouldn't think it was bad.
No,
it's just that we know.
But you know him from what he's done.
Yeah, it's just a bit like it wasn't bad.
But I like the flow.
What was it called again? Catch Up,
yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was just a bit like it was
just one of those ones you just pop your head to.
Warming up for DB got an album coming out soon.
DB got an album
coming out soon still. I think it's their sequel to their Home Alone.
Okay. Yeah, let's hope for something.
Yeah, but the thing is,
what with Young Bane? No, Home Alone is on with Young Bane.
Any minute now is with Young Bane.
Yeah.
Home Alone. They got Home Alone 2 dropping soon. They dropped that tune Kevin McAllister banger, and then they got they dropped some other thing late 29. It was alright.
Man, Home Alone was such a great tape. I
think it's their best one.
Yeah, facts. Like Home Alone is a banging.
But I think it's their best one though.
There's some of the bangers on there, bro. Yeah, LB goes nuts. LB goes brazy on that album. I can't even lie. Like,
no, that Home Alone tape was that's like you said, it's bangers. It wasn't didn't necessarily be no deep, meaningful like tape. It was
Yeah,
just,
it
like,
was just bangers. It was great songs, and like, yeah, like that. I think that was the tape that really showcased LB's talent in it. Like before, it was just
This guy's on LB, you know.
LB's hard, fam. He gets
No,
under.
I like LB, but
I think he gets undermined a lot. Like, I think he's defo hard in it. Like he's defo hard still.
he does add something. I don't know what he adds, but he adds something.
I think the both of them have like such a good chemistry in it. One of them is like, yeah.
No, but he adds like the DBE sound. I don't know.
What do you mean?
Like he adds like that DBE. Like so, like say like
But nah,
people are like, oh, he's worse than Young Adz, yeah. But if you take LB, it would not be the same. Same with like Migos and Takeoff. Takeoff has, when you think of the Migos flow, you'll subconsciously think of Takeoff's flow. The like people might think he's the worst one, but I don't think.
I don't think he's. I mean, he's one of the most. He's definitely one of the hardest.
Takeoff, the best Migos.
One of the hardest Migos, I'd say. Out of him and Offset,
I think Offset's the best.
I'm saying between him and Offset still.
Takeoff is the guy that you can always rely on for a banging verse, but Quavo's got the vibe. It's weird, but Takeoff has that flow. Like you need that Takeoff flow to keep it straight gutter. Like
I like his voice
because he gets into the pockets that if you're not from Atlanta, you will not get into those pockets. Like the pockets in the beat that he gets into that. I can't even do it without tripping over my words. You get me? Like you see with Takeoff's flow, I don't rap along to Takeoff's bit. I don't know what I do. I just try to sing it.
Bop your head and say, yeah.
Bop my head and just vibe, fam. But yeah, man. That was that, man.
Yeah, man. Episode 10. Yeah, if you're enjoying the podcast, once again, please leave a review on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah,
and yeah, we'll be back.
We'll be back.